Hi, I'm Brenda Henderson, and this is Petals from the Basket, where we share tools and resources for everyday Christian living. Right now, we're focusing a little bit more on the everyday part of things, just trying to give you some practical suggestions of things that we do here in our home that may be helpful for you. And so I hope that today's little tip, little household hack, will be a benefit and a blessing and an encouragement to you. One of the questions I see quite often on social media is, how do you do your spices? How do you store them? How do you make it so that you know what you have when it's time to use it? I mentioned in my last video that we are trying to branch out and try some new recipes and use a meal planner to do so. And that has been huge for me. But it's also been wonderful because we've utilized some more of the spices that we have on hand or some of the everyday spices that we find we enjoy. I'm not a person who enjoys the exotic spices, partly because we do entertain so often and you want to not use some bold, bizarre flavor when you have house guests. Not everybody enjoys those kinds of things. And so we try to keep it just down home cooking here in South Carolina, and also healthy. And so we're getting better at that and we're trying harder at that. And one of the ways that we're doing that is by utilizing some good spices for flavors. So when I store my spices, I really get annoyed, to be honest with you, when they are all different sizes. You know, when this is here and then this gets in front of this and this gets, and I can't read it, I can't see what's in it. I had to look down to see what was there and be able to find them in my spice shelf or my spice rack. So some of you have shared that you have drawers in your kitchen where you can pull them out, label all of your spices on top, and then look down and see what you want, pull it right out, and you're good to go. We have pretty narrow drawers here. The larger drawers are on the bottom, and I also wouldn't want to waste that prime real estate on something that's only about that tall. So for me, that doesn't work well. For you, that may be the perfect solution. I, however, have chosen a method that works for us. Again, it may not be perfect for you, but it's an idea to throw out there to help you. One of the things that I purchased was a set of 12, I think it was 12 little jars. They are 8 ounces. 8 ounces. They have 4 ounce jars, but they don't stack as well, to be honest with you. So I got the 8 ounce jars. They stack beautifully. When I get my spices and I bring them home, I simply take the lid off, peel off the shaker part, open up my jar and pour it in. And then I have all of my spices uniformly stacked so that I can see them. How do I know which is which? I immediately label it. I shared in my last video that I use a label maker in my kitchen. For about, I think it was $13, I bought several rolls of inexpensive label making tape on Amazon. I'll link to it below. I'll try to remember to do that in the description. But I could just easily print those out then and put them on my jar. So for the example, this one was cream of tartar, and I went ahead and poured this in here. So let me show how that works, because then you say, well, what do you do when you go to put it in and the other ones are already there? It's so simple. You just simply lift it, and all you have to do is lift these two, put it in, put this here, you're good to go. Notice also that I did use a few larger ones. I've got, for example, my bouillon cubes. I've got flax seeds, different things that we use maybe a little more often, or they come in large jars. Montreal steak seasoning, Italian seasoning, things that we buy at wholesale clubs that come in the big containers. I pour those into the larger jars, and it just makes it so much easier to look and see, what do I have? I'll pull it out, I can use it, I can stick it right back in. And I think you'll find that helpful. You don't have to have a label maker, by the way. You do not have to pay for that. You can get one, you can use one, it's easy, but you can also use masking tape. You can also use a chalk pen or a chalk pencil that will allow you to mark on those so that you can clearly see what's there. But you do want to know what's there, because one starts to look like the other and you don't want to put Cajun instead of cinnamon. That doesn't work well in a recipe. So then what do I do with my jars? The plastic ones, to be honest, I recycle, throw away, get rid of them. The glass jars, however, I hate getting rid of those because they're really nice jars. And again, they're not always uniform in size, so I don't just pour everything into these. But one thing that I do is once I've emptied out that jar, then I keep the little shaker that's inside it, okay? And for this one, for example, I put in a combination of cinnamon and sugar because a lot of times you want to just be able to sprinkle that on top of something. We like that on our applesauce. So I put some cinnamon and sugar mixture on top and it's good to go. It's right here. It's right next to my sugar. So all you have to do is peel off the label, take either some lemon essential oil or straight up lemon or straight up orange. Works really well on a paper towel, and just wipe it off and it comes right off for you. You won't have any sticky residue. I hope that is something that can be helpful to you as you steward the resources that are in your home. In a complimentary blog post today at petalsfromthebasket.com, I share a website that I recently learned about in our Friday favorites. I share this titled The Family Freezer. I'm going to include a link to that website as well. I am not an affiliate. I am not getting paid by them. I am an affiliate with Amazon and with some other companies, and I do always clearly, as required by law, mark those that you're clicking on an affiliate link. That simply means that I'm getting a small commission at no additional cost to you from the company for sharing what they have to offer. However, the family freezer utilizes some good spices, and you freeze things raw so you're not eating leftovers or warmed overs. And it's something that we have started doing that I really like. So I'm going to share that link below, but you can read more about that on the blog today. I hope that as you open your home and are a steward, even to your own family, of the things that God has given to you and entrusted to you to use, that you will use them wisely and that you will live your life today on purpose, with purpose, and for a purpose. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.